Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to your lunar eclipse reading. This lunar eclipse is taking place in your opposite sign of Scorpio. That's where this transiting South Node is, and lunar eclipses happen along with the full moon, so it's a huge time of release. And we have Saturn squaring both the Sun and the Moon, so your first house, 7th house are being squared by Saturn in the 10th. So your personal relationships, your business partnerships, close friendships, and your career sector, all three of them are very lit up, and there can be some power struggles going on, or there can be some constraints that come from your career that restrict the amount of time you have with yourself and also with other people. There can be this desire to just retreat and be in a little bit of a hermit mode, or reconsider who you are as a person, how you show up in the world, and what is it that you wish to be striving for. But we do have two trines as well, along with the two squares, so there can be a lot of positive opportunities and impacts that come in, and that can help us work through the struggles that the squares bring. We will shuffle your cards now, and I will get into the trines as well. So for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, how is this eclipse treating them? The lunar eclipse on May 16th. Okay, so we have Pluto retrograde trining your first house, or your Taurian planets, that is Mercury in retrograde, the Sun and the North Node. So there can be a lot of insights that come in through your religion or through your institution. If you research, then there can be some transformations that are taking place over there. But it's important to keep in mind that Pluto is retrograde, so the transformations are going to be turned inward, and there can be some insights that come toward you from your own self. Again, that hermit mode is being highlighted here. But whatever transformations take place in terms of religion or spirituality or your own connection with spirit, that is going to have a profound impact on how you wish to show up, how you want to exert your own will and identity, how you see yourself and how you see others as well as a result of that. Then we have Neptune and Mars in 11th house of Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces, so it's real happy over there. Over here you can find an ideal meeting of new people. There can be a new community that you connect with, and that resonates with you more deeply. You can be more driven to be socially active in a certain platform if that's something relevant for you. And all in all, you are more likely to attract new friends around this time if you go with the flow and just follow through with that. That is trining the moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio is your 7th house. There can be some transformations that take place in your close friendships. You can make a very close new friend, or you can come into contact with someone who can later on become someone quite important. It can be like the first steps that come in here. There can also be some shifts and changes in your relationships if you are not getting along with your current partner, and there's nothing that can be done to fix it. Then there can be an ending over here, because Saturn and the squares can talk about karmic breakthroughs. If you are stuck in a cycle with your existing partner as well, this cycle is coming to a close. You are either solving the problem and transcending it, or you are moving on from each other. You would probably know who you are at this time, and also I cannot tell you the general read anyway, but there can be the challenges that come in, they can be solved, but it is important about, it's not just you putting in the work, but it's also the other person. And it also depends on you. What type of relationship, what type of partnership do you wish to be creating for yourself? This again relates with very close friends, and also romantic relationships and business partnerships. And 7th house is also about how others see you, and you can learn a lot about yourself through the eyes of the others, right? So that's as well coming up here. There can again be some some designation that you might get at work, for example, and you know, you're not able to spend enough time, and you might hear that you do that consistently, in that it's not the change in designation that is causing these problems, but instead work being of a higher priority and partnerships less. That could be the root cause. You know, there can be some differing opinions in this way, but it is, the purpose of this is only to show you what needs to be more attuned. Okay, and if that is completely out of the line, then it is again your choice about, are you exerting boundaries within yourself or with other people, and how much is okay, how much is not, how much time do you need to yourself, and how much time do you wish to dedicate or resource to dedicate to your career and your partners as well. Okay, so we have two positive aspects and two difficult aspects, but you know, if it kind of, with squares we get a lot of energy that comes through, and it can be applied through frustration, or it can be channeled into making some breakthroughs happen. Okay, we're just in general having heightened energy around this time, and plus the full moon is already heightening our emotions as well. So ideally, we should kind of steer clear of disagreements, but if disagreements pop up, it is coming up for a reason, and problems happen so we can solve them. So hopefully we can get an you know, a solution, an insight. A friend can be, you know, helpful in creating this breakthrough. That's possible as well. So talking to some close friends can bring you the necessary clarity. Okay. Aries as well got this card, by the way. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Okay, so we'll take a look at each thing one by one. What did we get here? Ace of Cups, that's wonderful. Ace of Cups is about unconditional love, romantic love, but also fondness in the heart. You know, you're knowing what your passions are. Self-love and appreciation is as well a part of this. Mutual respect and honor. Just building space in your heart for someone, something else. Okay, it can be again more for yourself and also others. We have Child of Swords or the Page of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. We have Ace of Wands, and we have the Strength card. Okay. All right. Then let's see what we have with these. Magic happens when you most expect it. Card number 44. That could be a synchronicity. We have inflow with money. That's tapping into your abundance, and Taurus is related with money. Then we have move beyond intention to belief. Yes, not only wishing and wanting, but knowing as well. We have welcome the divine masculine, and you know it because you're making things happen for yourself. Okay. Taking matters into your own hands. Okay. We have affection and determination. Yes, exactly. Moving towards things that are important to you, that you love, that you appreciate. We have dangerous pleasure. This as well came for Aries. Okay, and we have rainbows and messages, which talks about synchronicities and signs. And yeah, all things kind of rare, unique, magical in a way. Like it just looks so beautiful in that way, okay? All right, and your moon cards. We have Dream with Moon Peak, and we have Ready with Moon Set. Your oracle cards, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Then we have, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Yes, exactly. That is absolutely important here. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo this. Okay, last card. We have I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Yes. Definitely. This is so much about love, honestly, because you are there, others are there. Relationships, whenever there is a relating aspect coming up, there is the topic of love and how you connect with love as a concept and with others. How do you express it? How do you relate to people with their different love styles and so on, right? So that is already a big theme, but with card number 44 here, there is some type of establishment that you are wishing for or you're trying to manifest. It can be with someone else, it can be within yourself or your community, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, and how that is, impacting you, who you are. There is an averaging of who you become according to the people you surround yourself with. So there can be a reconsideration or there can be a realignment of how much attention you give to a certain dynamic or many dynamics, just how you become here. And the eclipse is taking place in the 7th house, so there can be the shifts and changes that happen in relationships and the dynamic that you have with others. Child of Swords can, in the shadow side, be argumentative and a lot of debating and overly critical and very analyzing. But on the plus side, it can be that if there is a problem at hand, it needs to come out in the open and it needs to be honestly discussed and just points laid out and bare. Just be candid, be honest, and that's it. Get things out of the way. If it's not working, it's not working. Let's not try to force things to fit. Okay, there is that feeling with the Page of Swords, and it's all coming from a place of love, right? It's not about just hating on something or someone. It's not in that manner, although it can come across that way. We have 2 fire signs there, so it can come across like unexpected or spontaneous to other people, or it can be surprising for you. It's, I would not say surprising, but it's spontaneous. It's kind of random what happens here. Like, you don't expect to connect so much with a new person, and yet you feel this sense of fondness and familiarity. And we have 2 aces, so that's like the new beginning of something. There can be carryover effects from the solar eclipse we had on April 30th. That took place in your sign. So it can be that the shifts and changes that have begun within you, that is being, mirrored and shown kind of how to fine tune that in order to attract the correct people into your life. Strength is again you stepping more into your own power, knowing your boundaries, knowing how to follow your spirit and when to let the ego shine as well. Strength is a Leo card. Queen of Wands is very Leo, Aries and Sagittarius, and we have Ace of Wands as well, all 3 signs again. So a lot of fire energy going on, and the divine masculine that can refer to the air signs and the fire signs as well. So there's a lot of turning inward, thinking about self, reconsidering things, recalibrating yourself about how to present yourself to be, that courageous self, stepping into your own power, acting on your dreams and inspirations, taking matters into your own hands, and just believing and knowing that you will be able to do what you set out to do. And the right people and the right resources will always come your way. And in this case, I'm feeling more the right people are coming towards you with the right resource. Okay, and your work that you are doing within yourself with this I am a spirit, having a human experience, that combination of the soul and the spirit, and allowing the dream to guide you and make something out of the dream, not just leaving it up in the head, but rather putting that down into work, or rather how do I say this? Inspired action. Yes, inspired action. That's the correct keyword here for you. There's a lot of growth and you have come very far. You're acknowledging how far you're coming as well. And you can see kind of how you are forming your foundation, your baseline. You are getting a better sense and a grip of how to handle your mind, handling your heart. And now it is about putting some things in action, experimenting a little bit, or stepping outside of your comfort zone, meeting some new people, or new people coming in and you not hesitating to interact with them and get to know them a little bit more. And with magic happens when you most expect it. That is perfectly aligning with this card over here as well, with you having the belief that you can make something happen. It can be related with money, but money is also symbolic for the worth that you have for yourself. So when you feel like you can have something, like you deserve something, and it's coming again from a grounded place, then it also means that you are abundant, you have abundance, and you will keep having the abundance. That's the whole positive mindset, right? Or the abundance mindset that we talk about. Okay, so there's a very healthy sense of self-esteem that you are developing for you that is attracting all the right people into your life. Okay, let's get you some guidance. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some guidance for Taurus, please, for this eclipse. And if you have not watched your solar eclipse video, I will link that down below, because that, again, that will have a long-term impact, and this eclipse is just carrying forward that energy as well while mixing its own. So if you watch that separately, you might be better able to distinguish what is coming from what energy exactly, and how you can tune into these various planetary interactions. Okay, we have Blackbird. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. Yes, with the Saturn squaring your first house and the seventh house, there can be some karmic breakthroughs. I think I mentioned that in the beginning. I don't quite remember now. But yes, it talks about karmic breakthroughs between you and relationships, or if there have been some unhealthy patterns and attachments with certain relationship behaviors or people, then that is going to come to a conclusion. And that happens because you are stepping into your own power, you are taking matters into your own hands, and you're standing up for what you believe in, or what is an inspiration or motivation to drive you. Okay, then we have Condor. Hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdle. Yes, that is your 11th house, the dreams that you have, things that you aspire towards. Keep that vision in mind. Don't dim that, and find more inspiration from this space and fuel that into the type of connections you make. And if you have a social media platform or place, then it's kind of like you can get the right people out of nowhere, or you can manifest the right people here, and they can be coming around at this time. So if you have already manifested, this can be an awesome period all throughout May that people come into your life here, and it is again up to you how you connect with them, how you communicate, what you discuss about, and so on. That is going to determine the longevity of it, because we have aces going on here. It has the potential to go up till the Queen of Wands, and the right people will come in, but of course it is always within our hands as to how far we let something go. So if you don't feel right with someone, then you don't need to force it. Okay. Then we have Eagle. You are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. Yes, definitely that spiritual power within you, that self-empowerment is just really loud here. So it's kind of keep going. All of these things will come. It's all about moving purposefully in flow with everything that is already present. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this reading gave you a lot of insights, and if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. There is also a voucher code for you for a limited period, so if you are still watching the video when I'm posting it, you can still grab it if you want, of course. But I hope to see you in some of my other readings. Until next time, take care. Bye.